Shalom. Shalom, Yeshua. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praise, honors, and glories to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching 100% truth. Wa Barakatham to the 144,000, as well as the rest of the elect. May peace and blessings be unto your households. It's your brother Gadal from the Great Millstone Dallas branch, and in this quick lesson, it's just gonna be a response to the brothers in Chicago. They put a PSA, public service announcement, on YouTube. It's changing lessons with AI. I know Elder Amwan Gabar did a lesson on it. Elder Hawad also did a lesson on it, and Priest Shar, I was watching his video not so long ago, and he was talking about it, man. And this is something, this real honesty that was, to be honest, expected. It's expected, man. Bro's been talking about how or at least amongst us bros in this camp, we've been talking about how Esau's going to use AI pretty much against us, man. They're going to use AI to make it look like, not only look like, but make it seem like things that we said we didn't even say. Right? Can make a whole, you could take one picture of us and make a whole little scene out of it that we didn't do. Right? They already did it with the apostles. It's a video where they got it was like various Hebrew camps, but the apostles was a part of it. I think I did a lesson on it like maybe a month ago, if I'm not mistaken, a month or two ago, on pretty much how they was using the AI to basically make it look like the apostles was doing something they wasn't. Hell, even Israelite camps, other camps doing something that they wasn't really doing. Eating my flesh, drinking my blood. So, you just kept seeing a scene of them eating, what would be the flesh and, drinking of the blood, which is crazy, man. So we're finna get ready to be blamed on a very high level, which is something that is all very expected. Now, with that being said, of course, you want to at least watch at least the beginning of your video, see what they say, and there's another thing too. Another thing that AI was also doing, I know the priest Anna made mention of it probably like a couple months ago now. He actually showed us in the brother videos, and it usually tends to happen to this, if you're speaking in another language and it's being translated to English, right? Or even if it wasn't, they're also I remember he showed us me and the brothers a video of, I forgot who it was. It was brothers speaking Spanish. They were saying what they were saying, but then when it came to them saying their name, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, they blurred it out. So you don't even hear it, but he'll be like, da 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 da, and then just silent for a second, and then it's da 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 da. So, just, hey, man, fam the word, man. It's like, yeah, it's feminine of the word, man. Right? And it's just only gonna ramp up more and more and more. And it's really just expected, man. We knew that Esau was going to use it against us because we got to get blamed somehow, right? Because, we ain't really doing nothing wrong. Well, what we're doing is, really committing treason, preaching the downfall of this kingdom in the midst of being in it. But we ain't the reason why people are starving. We ain't the reason why people are homeless, right? We ain't the reason why people are struggling. We're not the reason for that, Get 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11 says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices, man. So we're not going to be ignorant of Esau devices, man. We this This devil, man, deceiver. That's what he's good at. He's good at fucking deceiving. So what would you expect from a deceiver? To deceive, using AI to deceive, man. Hell, it's like there's times I go on social media. You know me, I'll be like, I'll be on Instagram. You know, Jay gets stuck in a doom scroll and shit, bro. There's so many AI videos I've seen. Not even just videos, but pictures that I'd be like, damn, bro, like it might be an AI video of Michael Jackson and like Tupac or something. And I'm looking at it, I was like, I ain't gonna lie, if I didn't know there was like, there was gone, I would have thought that was a real picture. That's how bad it's getting, man. AI is like, and this is what's able to be out in the public right now. How much more like what Esau really got right now, like really what he working on? Because what he gives to us and allow us to play with is really nothing compared to what he already got. So it's on an even higher level than that. You know, they're definitely going to use AI, if you don't know already, to get the ministry blame, man. And if you can't see that, bro, then that's on you, right? So it's like now, we gotta, I know priest, the elder Amon Gabar, he made mention how we gotta, basically now we gotta use. Well, I mean, you should already be doing it, but I was guilty as charged too. I was doing it at some point, then I kind of chilled out on it. Like, to make sure you are like checking your videos out, man. Like, I ain't even saying watching the full thing, because if it's changed, guess what? That full thing is gonna be changed. Like, mainly, I'm basically listening to the parts where, like, okay, can you hear me saying the names of the Lord? Shalom, hey, Yahweh Bashem Shabrakta. Boom, okay. You ain't got to watch through the whole 20, 30 minute hour lesson that you did. If you don't want to. If you want to do this, you can. There's nothing wrong with that. But at least listen to the parts where you say the names. Pushing forth them names out there to the nation of Israel, beginning with the elect. Right? This is Proverbs chapter 29, verse 21. I might start at 20. I'm starting 20. It says, for the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off, that make a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate, and turn aside the just for the thing of naught. And that's exactly what Esau's doing, man. Right? Make a man an offender for a word, laying the snare for them that reproveth at the gate. Who's the ones reproving at the gates? It's us, the prophets, the true prophets, man. We're the only ones that's really chanting down this kingdom, letting you know, like, man, this place is on its way out. We ain't got much longer here. Don't make this your rest. We're the ones that are telling you that. Wherefore, these other false prophets, man, they're, they worried about getting a bag. So they doing what Master say. That's what they doing, man. Doing his bidding. Right? Deceiving the nation of Israel. It's like it, So yeah, man, with that being said, it's just like, man, we gotta get out of here, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. We gotta get out of here. This place is through. That's all I can say. This place is through. And man, I'm really like, I don't want to just say I'm excited, but man, I'm just ready. And you, Aki, and Sincere Aqua, y'all should be ready as well, man. I'm just ready for this. Like, I was ain't like, when I seen the AI thing, I was like, hey, shit, it's a step closer to feminine word. So I got excited, personally. I believe brothers got excited too. It's like, oh shit, like, we're getting close to, like, bro, we ain't gonna be teaching too much longer, right? They're gonna make us, bro. This is gonna get the ministry blame, man. They can easily get the ministry blame with that. A picture, they could use a picture of you. They could use a clip of you and then change it all up of you while you speaking. And you say stuff that you didn't even say. You be like, whoa, I didn't say that. You didn't say that. Which leads to us, we're gonna have to have a higher level of discernment when it like does amp up on, as far as, when AI start really interfering with the videos, man. You mess around, You might listen to, I say, you listen to Elder Yashwamba or something, News and Prophecy. Mess around, like his video making AI got to the point to where like, oh, it sounds like him talking, using the exact same mannerisms, using his jokes, but the words that he's saying is not matching up. And that's how it was in that video with the Chicago brother, man. Right? In Chicago, man, he played the video because he did a video in Spanish, and then when it got translated to English, oh my gosh, that shit was crazy. Shalom, brother. I want to start giving all praises to Yahweh. I was like, whoa. Because we heard the original. He played the original. We said in Spanish, then it was like, hey, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Then when it got translated to English, Shalom. I'm like, nah, bro. We don't really say that here. We don't really say Shalom. I personally don't like saying Shalom. But, man, Shalom it's just where it's at, man. Straight up. That's just where it's at. To my Shalom, brother. Nah. I'm alright. You say that to me, man, I'm look at you funny. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't really mess with that. But, if you're sincere, then I wouldn't. But, I'm just saying. But yeah. So be prepared, man. Like we do what we can right now. Now we gotta, vet out our videos more. Hell, obviously we're gonna have to go onto other, platforms. You got your Daily Motion, Odyssey, stuff like that. So with that being said, just like be prepared, man. But let me go ahead and get this Amos 8 because I've been talking about the family of the word. It will only make sense that I get it. It says, Amos chapter 8 verse 11. It says, behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of Yahweh Bashan Shai, and shall not find it. Exactly. So it's going to be a time where it's going to be a famine of the word, right? Meaning we're not going to be out there teaching and rebuking y'all anymore, bro. Right? Y'all going to have to, as it says in Proverbs, the first chapter, man, y'all just going to have to, y'all hated knowledge and chose not to fear the Lord. So therefore, y'all going to have to eat the fruits of your own way. Simple as that. Right? We ain't finna keep fucking, wrestling with Jake, trying to get him to get it. We at the point where we're like, man, if you ain't getting it, all right, walk up the street. Walk up the street or get cut the fuck up. That's the choice is yours. If you want to get cut up, okay, fine, we'll cut you. Hell no, it's getting to the point, man. We probably don't even want to do all that. We're just gonna, if you're doing too damn much, we're just gonna call the cops on your ass. Especially if you one of them Christians that's coming up to debate. Now, if you got them random people that's coming up, it's like, okay, but like, nah, if you coming up here, full headgear and shit, got the video ready, it's like, all right, we finna tell you to leave, or we gonna call the cops. Cause we done argued over the same topics, same stuff that y'all can't debunk. All we gotta do, especially for y'all Christians, just go into prophecy, cause y'all don't understand prophecy, right? Y'all don't understand prophecy. Y'all worry about the same shit. The Gentiles still stuck on that shit, man, and we ain't in. But anyways, yeah, man, just, response to that, public service announcement, man, just be aware because it's going to be even worse. And make sure you, for the brothers that are making lists, make sure you check your videos. You ain't got to hear the whole thing. Just hear enough to at least hear the names. Right? I remember Elder Armand Gabor, he made a good point. He was like, man, shit, you said brothers don't be checking their videos. They don't realize that whole video's on mute. I was like, dang, yeah, they ain't lying. It been a whole 24 hours already. Been a day already, and the whole video's on mute. I was like, dang. So, at least just listen to the video to the best of your ability. Just hear the names, and something that I'm gonna apply more myself because I got cut myself on. I was like, yeah, I need to listen to my videos more, get back on that, you know. But anyways, Lord willing, y'all was edified. I want to end it off by saying, Kal Halal Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rechakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And until next time, I say, Shalom, Yeshua.